everybody. How are you?
Hi,
Bruni, my
guys.
sister.
I am jamming to the music, excited. You know, this exclusive interview has got me going crazy because I'm so excited.
I know, so am I. I'm really excited. So,
Oh,
we got the famous CNR from Trilogy coming on tonight. How you feeling about
yes.
that?
I am, I want to know a lot of things and I'm excited because, we need to know what's going on with him, with CNR, and everyone else, that's part of him. We want to know. And he's the only one right now that can tell us. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
So, let me say hello to those that are coming on. Maurice, my coquito man. Doris Loca. Tiara Marie Batista. They're coming in slowly but surely because everybody wants to see, CNR from
Right.
Trilogy. And I'm pretty sure he misses you too, Maurice. So
Oh,
he'll be in the studio in a few minutes. In the meantime, I want to talk to you guys. I'm doing it again. Not even Bruni knew about it.
nope.
So last year I did a giveaway, and there was so many people that helped out. They sent some stuff, and I will tell you, it was such a success that this year I decided to do two giveaways.
That's exciting.
It's
That's
very
really
exciting.
exciting.
Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Compi. So this year, just like last year, I'm asking if anybody wants to, give a CD, a flash drive, a T-shirt, anything that you want to help out for these baskets. And these are for women that are, they need a little love during the holidays. So 50 Shades
Ah,
Eyewear is going to do that for them.
ooh, that's awesome.
Hi, Letty.
I
How
want
are
to,
you? Benny
I want,
Gonzalez.
yepa.
So it's going to be a great night. We got CNR coming on. I can't wait. He's oh my god, he's such a humble guy, and he's so funny at the same time.
He sure
I
is.
can't wait.
He sure is.
He sure
I'm
isn't.
excited.
Bruni, what's up over there, Mama? You looking all sexy.
Really? Oh my God, thank you. I mean, it's been a while, so I've been trying to take care of myself and get my skin healthy, my body. There's nothing else to do right now but to try to make yourself feel good. So that's what I'm
Absolutely.
doing.
I made myself feel good today. I did my nails.
You look beautiful. You always look beautiful.
And
And don't say no.
you know me, I love my red, you know?
Yeah.
So I decided
Mm,
to put a red little blouse on,
yeah.
but I can't look as sexy as you. I gotta try harder.
Oh, come on. You're sexier than I am. We all sexy in our ways.
So I wanna know by show of hands, who's ready for CNR?
Who's
I don't know.
ready?
I don't see any hearts here. Like I wanna see
Come
hearts.
on.
If y'all want to see CNR, let's go. Let me see those
Yeah.
hearts. Tag it,
Come
share it, show him some love.
Come on, guys. There we go.
Come on, guys. There's a lot
Oh,
of people.
yeah.
I see them in the chat. Letty Alfaro, Tiara, Compi from the Unknown Bikers. I see Michelle Cotto, Maurice. I tell you guys, if you don't know Maurice, you got to hit him up on Facebook, because if you want Coquito, that's who you
Uh-huh.
go to. I see Doris on here. Doris is well, you know what? That's a whole nother thing I'll tell you guys about later on. But right now, we're gonna get it popping with CNR. Tag it, share it, show him some love, cause here he comes. Let me make sure
Ooh.
he's coming in the studio. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Here he
Oh
comes, y'all.
yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Yay.
CNR.
How you doing, mi gente?
Give him a
How
warm
you
welcome,
doing?
everybody.
Much love, much love.
How you doing?
Everything good in yourself? How you ladies doing?
We
Good. We're
are
doing
great.
great.
That's good. That's good.
Doing great.
That's
So
good. Everybody out there okay?
everybody's doing great.
Yes, they
Um,
are.
I'm here on the chat. Unfortunately, only I can see it. But Maurice says hello, my brother. Everybody's saying hello, hello.
Likewise.
So yeah, there's quite a few people on saying hello to you. So we're gonna get it started because you know what? These fans are excited. They want to know everything they could about CNR.
Absolutely.
Well,
Okay.
just set it off.
All right, I'm gonna set it off right now. Um, Here we go. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna ask you is what inspired you and that wonderful voice of yours to become a singer?
Uh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I enjoyed music all my life. I started off playing drums as a young kid, then went to violin and clarinet, and but I wanted to sing, but I just didn't feel I had the voice. So that was and then I started singing. You know, I always sang to the songs that were in my era. And time went on, and I totally forgotten about it. You know, and then I caught the bug one day. I caught the bug, you know, because I'm a Brooklyn boy, and I moved to the Bronx, and I said, you know what? I know what I want to do. I had gotten out of the Navy, and I said, I know what I want to do. I want to sing, and I started writing poems. And somebody told me you can turn them into songs. So, really? Show me. He goes, well, I can't show you that. I just know you could. And I figured out how to do it. And I wrote a song called Latin Groove and went to Eddie Rivera. I'm sure a lot of people from back then recognized it. And he said, you got to change it. I go, why? He says, they're not ready for Latin anything on the radio. I said, okay. So I changed the lyrics and Red Hot was born.
Okay. Well, let me just stop and say thank you for your service because that's one thing about you I didn't know. So you
Oh,
learn something new every day. Thank you so much for serving our country and
it's my honor.
just for being who you are. Hello, Tina Lee. I see you, Sandy Rivera, my beautiful princess. Costas from Toronto is on. And so my next question to you is how did you actually get into the music business?
I remember wanting to, I knew I had to do something. So I started asking people, how do I get into it? Somebody said, oh, you got to get beats. Beats. Okay. So I started buying beats. They would create beats and give it to me. And I said, that's getting me nowhere. So all of a sudden, somebody knew I was, uh, you know, looking for a break. But in the process, I met these two young gentlemen. And by that time, I was already trying to start a group, but I was alone, and I met these two young gentlemen who one is called Duran and the other one's called Jr., who my original partners. And I remember somebody came up to me as we were rehearsing and all that, coming up with songs, and somebody came up to me and told me, "Yo, they're giving out recording contracts." I said, "What?" They're giving out recording contracts. Take them one of your tapes. So I walked into this place called Olmsted in the Bronx. This big Italian guy. Everybody's surrounding him, and I walk in, and I said, "Who do I see?" He says, "Him." So I gave him a tape. A tape. So he put the tape. He played it. He goes, "That sounds great." Then he shut it off. He went, "Now let me hear you do it." So the moment I did it, he turned around and said, "To here's a contract. Have a lawyer look at it, and come see me once you do."
Wow.
And that's how it started.
Wow, that's a great story. And again, this is what I mean. You learn something new every day. You know, we talk a lot,
Yes.
and I know a lot of things, However, there's something new that you learn every day. So, Bruni, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself.
Yes. So, wow, there's so many things we want to ask you
Go
in
ahead,
so
Bruni.
little time. How was Trilogy born, and on what year
Okay.
you guys came out?
I had written a song, like I told you, Latin Groove, uh, in 1985 and changed it to Red Hot. And once I met the guys, we started rehearsing it and rehearsing it and rehearsing it. And after John Burke, who's the president of Jackie Jack Records, gave us the opportunity, we recorded it. And in 1986, Red Hot was born. And we had a lot of good people working on it. We had a lot
That's
of good people.
awesome.
We had Omar Santana, who at the time was still is probably. I haven't seen him. Was a great producer, and he believed in using as many tracks as. So Red Hot was literally one of the first tracks that. I mean, Omar put like 60 tracks on it. I'm like, wow,
Wow.
that's a lot of tracks.
Yeah.
That's a lot of tracks. That's why there was so many different versions.
Hmm. You
Because of
guys were
the
a hit. You
well,
guys were a hit.
it was great. That was great. That song was the one that started us. That's the one that started us.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. That's way, way, way back then. Let me not put
Yeah.
us old. Okay. Who were the original members of Trilogy?
The original members are myself. I founded the group, uh, and then there's Duran and Jr. Those are the original founding members. You know, and they we did everything together. I called them my little brothers. I love them to this day. They're like my little brothers. Every time we went to do shows, I was overprotective. You couldn't go near the fellas. Because I was older than them, and but we were having a ball. Uh, and I don't. Then as we started doing Red Hot, they said we're gonna have to get another song ready, and I just happened to have an idea for a song, and it took me 15 minutes to write.
Wow.
And when we met Oscar Rodriguez and Charlie Chase from PKO Records, and all of a sudden they said, "Here's the contract. Have a lawyer look at it." Okay, fine. We did, and he said, "I'll have you in the studio that same week." And he kept his word. That same week, he got us into the studio. On that record, I tell you the truth, we had aside from my partners Duran Jr. and myself singing on it, we had Izzy Flores in piano. Uh, we had Charlie Chase. People don't know who Charlie Chase is. Charlie Chase is in when it comes to hip hop, he's a Puerto Rican icon. He really is. He really is. Then there's also another one, OC. Oscar Rodriguez, who was the president of PKO Records.
Wow.
Then we had Doug Wimbish and Skip McDonald doing guitar and bass. And last to top it off, we had Izzy Flores, who we used to call him Iz the Wiz, because that's Duran's brother, and he's one hell of a piano player. So we got good, and that's when we really started, touring.
That's awesome. So you guys had a band, you guys created a little, your own band that, you know, back in the days, that's what it was. People had bands. People don't understand how
Yeah,
good they have it now. You know, that's isn't it true?
It is true. I wish I could have said I had Skip McDonald and Doug Wimbish on the band because Skip McDonald, Doug Wimbish, they played for Mick Jagger on his solo tour in
Wow,
Japan. So to have them in the studio with us, that was like amazing.
amazing.
Izzy has his own career, So, but they didn't recognize us in New York. They really didn't recognize us in New York. When we started blowing up in Florida, New York then said, we're gonna have to get these guys down here. Where are they from? And when they said they're from New York, oh, and then they started booking us. But
that that's how it happens. You
yeah,
become famous and they don't know you in your own state, your
hey,
own where you were born. But that's amazing. That is amazing. Thank
yeah,
you. Well, you know what? Now dance is gonna take over for a little bit and I'll be
okay,
back.
okay.
So, you told us a lot about, how you started and everything, but we want to know, um, what year was your first track or album, and what year did that come out?
I wrote Red Hot in 1985. It was released in 1986.
Okay. So, and as a group, how many songs did you all put out together?
Together we did three. We did Red Hot Land Love, and then we had another one called Gotta Be Free. And by that time, uh, as much as we loved each other, I felt I needed to do something different other than singing.
Okay.
So, Duran and JR kept it going with other members because there was a total that Trilogy had come down to have seven members. And you probably everybody probably knows who they are. You got, for example, you got Angel De Leon. He went on to sing Boricua anthem with CNC. Duran, Take a Toke. JR was there with them. And
Mhm.
then we had Kenny Diaz was a member of Trilogy. Kenny Diaz is currently the man in charge of Londinium and what we're doing today. He's another brother. Then you have Joey Kidd. Now, and last but not least, hopefully we'll get to see him soon. You have Darren DeWitt Henson, the actor that came out and stomped the yard
Mhm.
and a lot of the Tyler Perry. So there's seven of us, but the original members is Duran, Jr. and myself.
Okay. So you have Benny Gonzalez asked a question, but before I get to that question, Tiara Marie says she loves you. You got
Much
love.
love.
You got love from Canada. Karen Mojica says, "Hey." Everybody's saying hello to you.
Much love to everybody who can hear my voice. I will tell everybody on your chat and everybody who's within ear range what I always say. Thank you, because without you, there is no me. Thank you.
I wish a lot of artists said that.
Oh wow.
So
I could only talk for myself.
exactly.
I could only talk for myself. And what my partners believe also, because we all always said it. The best. Let me get off the track for a second. You got to understand something about singing. Yeah, you can earn a okay living for a
Mhm.
moment or maybe for a lifetime. But what makes me happy in singing is when I go out to sing and I see all those people, and when I look out before we go on stage, I look at them and I know everybody in that crowd has a problem. Some of them don't know where the next rent is coming from. Some of them has probably lost a loved one, something. And then when we get on stage and we sing and they start dancing and singing for that split moment, they are transported to a place of happiness that they forget problems maybe for that moment, and that makes it all worthwhile.
Absolutely. And I agree with you there. And I'm going to tell you, I remember doing an event in the Bronx that I was hosting, and you were performing. And I tell you, everything that night that could go wrong went wrong. But once I saw those dancers getting it in, and I saw you all over the floor, I said, you know what? There ain't no problems here tonight. And I was just having a great time with you guys.
That's good.
We
That's
had a
good.
great time. Oh, Will and More is
Oh,
on.
Will,
Um,
that's
that,
my man.
that's a brother from another mother right there.
Yes, that's right.
Melvin Ware, Marianne Ware's
Melvin,
husband is on.
Marianne's husband. What's up, Mel?
Absolutely.
Much love to you and your missus.
There you go. There you go. So go ahead, Bruni, take it away. You're going to do the next round, and I'm going to mute myself, and we're going to keep going.
Guys, oh wow, this is amazing. Hi, we love you guys and thank you. Um, wow, so many questions, and this is an important one. Who was your inspiration? Who inspired you to sing?
You want to know something? I used to sing for fun. For fun. Kid,
Mhm.
I used to be in my mother's living room singing "I'll Be There" or singing, you know, various amount of old time records because I grew up with oldies, and I still wasn't inspired. And I know this is gonna sound funny, but when I got into singing, I went to see a movie, and I was like, wait a minute, that's what I wanted. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Wow.
And that's
So
singing.
a movie inspired you.
Yeah, and the movie that really made me get really into it. You may laugh, you may not laugh, but he was awesome. Was Purple Rain.
That's beautiful. I love that movie.
I
I
saw that
love
movie 13 times.
Who hasn't? That is
Yeah.
amazing. I never heard anyone say that. I mean, they always mention an artist, but never a movie.
See
That is amazing. Go ahead.
now I've performed with artists that I never thought I would perform with. I never thought I would meet a lot of the artists I have. Like I had the honor of spending some quiet time with El DeBarge. Come on, that's El DeBarge, man. It's like, oh, you know,
Yes.
he's like, I say, he's so humble, he's so quiet, but it was nice. We had a good time, Dionne Warwick, I met her. Melba Moore, when I met Melba Moore, Melba Moore,
She's
she's a
amazing.
sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. But
Yes.
I've been blessed. I've been blessed.
Yes.
I've been blessed.
Yes, you have. You have. And I like we say you are a legend.
Oh,
And many people so want to hear from you and respect you. And we want to know CNR. We want to know what CNR is
well,
up to.
I'll tell you what CNR is up to after I say this. I've seen a lot of friends become enemies over a title. A title. And
Very true.
I mean, it's a shame. Me, you say I'm a legend. I feel humbled by that. I just consider myself a kid from Brooklyn that got lucky, God blessed me, and I got to do things most people dream of. That's all. So and for anybody out there, you know, I just tell you, man, this is nobody's worth any type of, I don't sweat over anybody or anything, any situation. As long as there's a roof over my head, food in my cupboard, we're good, man. I
That's
got,
right.
and, you know, and God looks after me uh, eloquently, beautifully. So I ain't got no problems. But thank you very much for
Absolutely.
saying I'm a legend. But
Yeah.
that's
So I have a I want to ask you this. Are you open to sing other genre, other music, salsa, merengue, anything,
it's
reggaeton,
it's
you know?
ironic. It's ironic that you said that because I have two reggaetons done. I have three salsa songs
Oh,
done, but they're not for me.
oh my God.
I wrote them, and I wouldn't do them the justice that I want done to those songs. So maybe someday, you know, I'll find somebody that wants to do the salsa, the reggaeton, or the raps that I have, and if they
Right?
can do it, and they're somebody that, you know, I know will give it the proper oomph, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because me, you know, uh, I like writing. I like writing.
It's beautiful. That's a gift.
But thank you, thank you.
It's a gift. Not everybody can write. Not every singer, artist can write. They buy their music, most of them, and it's a blessing to be able to do it.
You
To
know,
be yeah.
Duran used to tell me. Duran has a habit of telling people, "See, I got a lot of songs." He used to walk around with a briefcase with 300 songs, and my partners are funny, but I love them to death, man. I love them to death. You know, and
That's
I
beautiful.
still got a lot of songs, but again,
Yeah.
everything has its time and place.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now I leave you to dance, and I'll be right back.
Okay,
So I'm going to ask the magical question now.
okay, go ahead.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your affiliation with Londinium and TRL? Give us the whole scenery going on there.
Okay, well, TRL is and Londinium is the brainchild of a trilogy brother, and that brother's amazing. His name is Kenny Diaz, and he's humble, he's loving. You know, for somebody who can walk into the studio that he's running, and he says, "What do you think? Are you happy?" Because he wants to make sure the artist is happy. And every time I'm in the studio with him, it's like, you know, you like it, see? Don't go by me. I'm always asking people if they like it, and he'll say, I love it. You know, do you like it? I said, as long as you love it, I'm good. Londinium is a label right now that we're dealing with, and he's a good guy, man. He's really good hearted. You know, he's not like most people are sign you for 3 or 4 years, and then and he's so busy writing for other people that you can sit there and wait a year for him because he's got that many people. I mean, he's written for Genuine. He's written for a lot of people, you know. So what he does is he says, you know, I'm not gonna hold you to no long term contract. We'll take it song by song. Sit. You know, if you're not happy, you're not happy. That's good. I wish you well. If we could continue working, beautiful. Welcome. You know, he's the most easiest person to work with, man. You know, I love his honesty. I love his stick to itiveness. You know, you know, I know his. It's ironic because I knew his wife before I ever knew Kenny. Kenny, Kenny, Kenny's man. He's all right, man. He's okay. He's like my little brother now, man. That's it. So now, yeah, what we're doing, what TRL is, TRL. Instead of calling it trilogy, trilogy means three forms of artistical works brought together as one. Well, TRL is for all trilogy members. You may on one cut come out with two trilogy members, maybe one, maybe five, maybe you never know how many trilogy members you're going to get in TRL.
Mm-hmm.
But then there comes a bigger scope called the League of Heroes. Now,
Right.
the League of Heroes, and it's not that, I don't want anybody to say they're calling themselves heroes. That's the moniker that we're giving ourselves because everybody in the League of Heroes are people who started in freestyle.
Right.
Noel, Tony Moran, Karina, so on and so forth, Trilogy. There's so many names that I really, and I apologize for anybody who's listening right now that's part of the league that I forgot. But I'm probably the oldest. I call myself the old man of freestyle, and my memory ain't all there. But there are so many people that when those records start coming out, it'll put a different touch on you know uh K K is working with Kenny. You know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful.
Right.
That's beautiful. So how can you can't do no wrong? And then the example we're trying to show is that together we can do anything we dream of.
That's right.
We can do anything we dream of. There is no big eyes or little U's. There's just you and me. When you enter the door, well, everybody checks their ego,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just brothers. That's it, brothers and sisters. You
That
know what I mean?
and that's the best way to put it. And one thing I gotta say that you just mentioned that I can fully respect as somebody who says, I don't want to do a contract, I want to work independently with you. So if you're not happy for any reason, I wish you nothing but success. And that right there shows the level of professionalism and respect that a producer or a manager or a label can have for an artist. You know what I mean? Because so many times we hear about the entanglements when an artist wants to leave and you got to fulfill your album and all that hogwash. You know what I mean?
Exactly. See, Kenny does it per song, per release. Okay, we're working on this song. Boom. The contract is for this song. Afterwards, if you two decide to work again, you work again. If you decide you don't want to work with Kenny, fine. It's okay. We're all entitled to our own opinion. We're all entitled. I like chocolate and vanilla. Somebody likes pistachio, and somebody likes strawberry. Well, I like what I like. You like what you like, and that's it. And opinions, you know, I don't want to say it the way I used to say it, so I'll just leave it like this: that everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Exactly.
And you know, like me, if people that do know me know. Now I pause because I learned a long time ago to think before I talk.
I got to learn the same thing.
You see, because I come from a rough background, and the only thing the military did for that rough background is sharpened it. So today I say, I don't talk like that anymore. I don't walk like that anymore. So that's who I want to surround myself with. Everybody, we put our egos at the door. Matter of fact, we get together and it doesn't even seem like there's an ego to put at the door. And Kenny is really good at it. He's really good at it.
He is. And I will tell you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him. However, I got a lot of respect for somebody that can do that. You know what I mean? And that's one of the best things I have heard yet. You know, it's just the way he does things. It's like consistent. And that's how it should be in the industry. But anyway, so what is next for you, CNR? Um,
Next.
I know you're getting like into some reggaeton and
Oh no, no, no. We're putting out a couple of singles, then an EP, and then the rest depends on time, I guess. But right now we're working on we got a couple of songs. I don't, and I say this out of respect. I don't know whether to say anything or not, but there's a song called and if Kenny, sorry, I got to say this. I'm not gonna say the particulars, but uh, there's a song called "Sound of Thunder"
Mhm.
that is amazing. There's one called Spanish Lullaby. That's amazing. You know what I mean? So there are songs. The least thing that is needed in Londinium is songs because we have a lot of songs, and I say we because I feel they've made me feel a part of them. And they're not saying I'm not saying they don't want any more. I'm saying that we have enough to continue. And Kenny's always writing. Everybody else is always writing. I try to write like an old man, but I get cramps on my fingers.
So I have a question from Benny Gonzalez, and it's a good question. He
Right?
wants to know, how did you come up with the name Trilogy?
That's a very funny question, and there's a very funny answer. We were rehearsing. We weren't yet a group. We didn't have a name yet. So we were in my house in the Bronx, and we rehearsed. I say, guys, hungry? Let's go get some pizza. Let's go rent a movie. We took a walk. Pizzeria was here. We ordered our pizza. While we ordered the pizza and waited for the pie, we walked into some people may be too young for this. The VCR, the movies, the VCR tape movies, and we were standing there, and and uh, and and I'm looking for a movie. So were the fellas, and all of a sudden, Duran said, "Trilogy of Terror." I said, "That's it." He said, "That's what? That's our name, Trilogy of Terror." No, Trilogy.
Wow.
Jr. is very meticulous at everything he does, and I love him for that. Uh, he sings. He's a great photographer, graphics designer, you know, but also he's a stickler for details. So when the moment we got to my apartment, boom, he grabbed the dictionary. Do you know what trilogy means? I go, no. What? Duran's like what? Three forms of artistical work brought together as one.
That's right.
Can't get no better.
Mhm.
So out of that movie, Trilogy of Terror, that was a
Well,
funny.
that's definitely a funny story.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we've already learned everything there is to know about Trilogy, TRL, your affiliation with Londinium, what you have coming up. Is there anything else that you want to tell your fans that we didn't cover here?
Wow, that's a good question. Uh, I'll tell you fans this. If it wasn't for you, you'd have never known who I was. If it wasn't for you, my mother would have never heard me sing on vinyl. If it wasn't for you, and I'm only talking for myself because I'm sure everybody in that has been in Trilogy feels that way. Because without the fans, without the fellow artists to motivate each other, not, but really the fans are the ones that make us. Because I can have all the motivation in the world, but if I go on stage and the fans and you're not true, you're not real, and the fans don't, you don't make them know how real and how much you love them, they're not gonna love you. So I tell you that the fans are the ones that have always done it for me.
Absolutely. And that was, listen, you guys heard it. I mean, he loves his fans. So you have another question here. What
Okay.
was your greatest moment you've ever performed along with the group? One of the greatest memorable moments that you can remember.
Wow, that's I I don't know. I've had a lot. When we did the Apollo Theater, when Freestyle first hit the Apollo Theater, and we did the Apollo Theater, that was fantastic. That was fantastic because I mean the Apollo Theater, you know, the only thing I knew about the Apollo Theater was that it used to be a theater and there used to be old singers that used to sing there. And then when I came to find out, the old singers were like Luther Vandross, you know, I was like, so I'm on the stage that they were on, you know.
Right.
So the first thing I did when I got there, before I hit the stage, I said, "Where's the wood?" Because that only comes out for the competition. I said, I got to see it. He said, don't tell nobody. And he went like this, and we just rubbed the wood and walked out. But we've had a lot of great shows, and we've had a lot of great times, you know, and that's a good thing. You know, we've had some hard times, and that's life. The key word is resiliency, you know, the ability to bounce back.
Absolutely. So Maurice says that you love his coquito cupcakes, and somebody else here wrote that he loves dogs. And I know that.
Well, Maurice is true. Maurice is. I love his coquito. I love his coquito. Uh, I love you, Maurice. Hope you and the family doing well. God bless. And hit me up, man. And then whoever said that I love dogs, that's what they said. Well, they know that's true. They know
I
that's true. I
I
grew
found
up.
that out last night.
I grew up. My grandmother bought me when I was about 6, 7 years old, a German Shepherd puppy. I slept on a king size bed because I was my grandmother's baby, and I lived with her. And then by the time I grew to be 12, 13, this dog was a monster. Ever since then, I like monsters. So now I had two little puppies. One was a Yorkie who passed because, you know, cancer about 7, 8 months ago. And then I have another one, Maltese, Miss with a Shih Tzu. And I call him Thor. And that little bugger is called Thor. You know why he's called Thor? Because he swears he runs the house now. But I'm going to get two, either German Shepherds or Rottweilers. And I like training my dogs. So those big boys, I'm gonna call them from one room to the other. When I have company, I'm gonna go, and then my name is gonna be Thunder and Lightning. And I'm
Oh,
going
nice.
Thunder, Lightning, come sit. Then I'm gonna tell people, nah, don't move too much. I'm gonna call the big one out, okay? And I already got two Rockies out, so now they're figuring out who's coming out now. And I'm gonna go,
Wow.
Thor, come. And when that little booger comes out of the bedroom, they're gonna die laughing. But I'm an animal lover, especially dogs. You know.
I had the pleasure of meeting her last night, and
Yeah.
it's adorable. You know, I'm not really an animal person. However, I will tell you, I had a Rottie that I loved with all my heart. And I also have a husky, a beautiful husky. I tried to get him on camera with you, but he didn't feel like it.
No, he didn't. He did not.
But so I'm gonna let Bruni finish out, and then I'll come back in, and then we're gonna close out the show.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I want to thank everyone. Oh my God. There's so many people here just wanting to know about CNR. That is amazing. Ty Bless and
Ty,
Will and more Ty. Yes. Oh my gosh. There is
yeah,
Will, Tiara,
Tiara.
Benny,
Wow,
Maurice, Doris. I was
wow.
trying to keep up, but you know how it is with computers, and myself, Jose Rodriguez. We're old school. Margie. I mean, there's so many people that I don't even think I can catch up because my thing is just like it went crazy on me. It sure did. Oh, we are so humbled and we are so happy to have this exclusive interview with you.
Thank you.
It was truly amazing. I know
Thank you.
for the fans as well as us and myself, I am so happy that I learned more about you. And I know
Thank you.
everyone else is like, wow, I didn't know that. There's things we don't know about legends and we want to know. There we go, everyone. Thank you for joining our show. Thank you so
Thank you for
much from
having
the
me very much.
bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Now I leave Dancer B. Thank you, everybody. I love you guys.
Take care.
CNR, I
Yes.
have one more grand question that everybody's asking me to ask you,
Go ahead.
and that
Well,
is
well, well, wait, wait. If there's a lot of people asking you to ask it, I'm gonna first say it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I wasn't there. In Brooklyn, we don't cop to nothing.
facts, facts.
Go
So,
ahead.
what would you say, and what advice would you give to up and coming artists?
I gotta tell them what they might not want to hear. You know, first of all, stand firm with the fact that if you feel you're talented and you feel that's what you want to do, don't let nothing get in the way. Nothing. We used to have a motto: if we can't go over, around, or under it, we're gonna go through it. But in the process of that, don't lose sight of the fact that you always have to maintain your humility and respect. That's respect for others because when you respect others, trust me, they'll respect you. And don't quit. Don't quit. You know, never say die, never surrender. And if you do quit, it's because you want to, not because anybody's forcing you or you feel like they're kicking you down. They kick you down, get up and kick back. That's it.
That's
Okay?
right.
But keep again, but the most important, this is what I run with. I keep God in my life first.
Amen.
Family second, everybody else, pick a number.
Facts. So, if anybody would like to book you for an event or private event for anything, whom should they contact?
They can contact me through social media. For example, my Facebook, my personal Facebook is I use it more for business than personal, and that's under Carlos Rivera apostrophe CNR Trilogy. Then I have the music page that's CNR of Trilogy, and then I have my Instagram CNR of Trilogy. Uh, we're gonna we're gonna give out a number soon to a person or persons that are gonna be in charge of doing that. Uh, But until then, you call me, and then we do like Indians do. We have a powwow. We get together and we go, "What do you think, fellas?" Because we got somebody that we got a couple of people that we love, but you know, they might have their hands full.
Right.
So we don't want to disturb anybody's flow.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So, last question of the night is, where can people find you on social media and what platforms?
What for social media? I just mentioned all of them. Call Facebook is Carlos
Mhm.
Rivera
Right.
apostrophe CNR Trilogy. That's
Mhm.
my personal one. The music one is CNR of Trilogy, just CNR of Trilogy, and that one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't use that much because since Facebook changed the format, and I'm so computer illiterate, I don't know how to work that page yet. So I try. I'll post a little something here and there.
Oh, you
But
can.
listen, I'm gonna make a fool out of myself if I do or if I don't. So I'd rather not do it. And then there's CNR of Trilogy on Instagram.
Okay, that's what we wanted to hear. Okay, so you guys heard where to find them. You know how to book them. You heard everything there is to know about CNR, the founder of Trilogy. You know what TRL is. You guys know the affiliation with Londinium. You know he loves dogs, most coquitos cupcakes. But he didn't tell you the biggest secret of them all.
Yeah, you know something about me? Say it.
He's going to let Dancer be dance in his next video. Holla if you hear me.
Well, listen. Thank you, Dancer. I gotta thank you very much and for having me on your show. It was an extreme pleasure, and I can't leave without telling the fans, I love you. Thank you. God bless you and your families. Stay up. Never say die. No retreat. No surrender. But keep humble, and God will do the rest. Take
Absolutely.
care,
So
everybody.
with that being said, Bruni, goodbye. We
Bye,
love
Bruni.
you, and we
Bye
will see
bye.
you soon. God bless.
Yes.
God bless.
God
Bye.
bless.
Wow, was that not a great show or what?
That was an amazing interview.
It was. He was like so humble and so just
He loved
answering
he
those
loved it.
questions like a superstar, you know? Um,
He loved it. You know, I was reading because I wrote all my questions down. And when you said, Bruni, take it, I'm like, I finished my questions. Okay, I'm gonna just say bye.
well,
I was like, I totally forgot about that question that I said I was gonna ask, but I
we're
didn't
still
write it down.
live.
So
We're still live.
yes.
So we
Oh,
wanted
we
we
are.
wanted to tell, the guys out here, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank
And of
you.
course, we try bringing you the best. However, we will not be interviewing artists all the time. Sometimes we want to talk
Oh,
about general life and real life things that are going on. That's why we call it the Keeping It Real show. You know what I mean? So
ah,
if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, you let me know. Inbox me, call me 321-402-9576. If you have an idea, um, thank you so much for watching. We had a great time with you guys. We had a great time with CNR. And you know what? Just like he said, you know what? Without you guys, we can't do what we do. Because you know what? We love you guys. You know
yes,
what
we
I'm
do.
saying? And we mean it wholeheartedly. We can't speak for anybody else. However, we try to bring you truth, good things, fun, laughter, and music. That's what it's all
And
about.
bloopers.
And
And
bloopers,
bloopers. And bloopers.
like you just had now.
Yes.
But thank you so much, guys. We love you, and we hope you have a blessed week. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Yes.